Hey there, lady. My name is Molly Conley, and I'm devoted to helping women reinvent their love lives. Whether that's after divorce, dating on and off the apps, or in their committed relationship. Why? Because I've been there. I'm a former college athlete who filed for divorce 3 years into marriage, swam in the online dating pool into my late 30s, and now I'm married to the man of my spreadsheet dreams who I met 4 months before the world shut down. As a dating and relationship coach, I help my clients build a foundation filled with clarity, connection, and confidence, knowing Mr. Right is worth waiting for. Each week on the podcast, I'll bring you love life insights and savvy guests where you will receive the courage to release programmed limiting beliefs, discover patterns and behaviors restricting you from finding and attracting quality men, and ways to choose yourself first so you can build a foundation for a healthy relationship with yourself and a partner. Hey, lady, welcome back to the Reinventing the Arena podcast. I'm your host, Molly Conley. Today's episode pairs nicely with the episodes you might have listened to last week. Back then, I discussed how new choices can bring clarity and how clarity can bring new choices. I also talked about dating with intention and how dating with intention can help change and shift your self image. So, today I'm going to talk about having personal accountability to help you find love. I am going to say this might be the hardest part when it comes to finding the person you want to be with that fits within your love life vision. You know that there's no such thing as perfect. I'm not perfect. You're not perfect. But we still have preferences of what we are looking for in a partner and what we want in our lives. So, for example, if you want to have children, you will not date or marry someone that is completely against having them. It ruins your vision of what you want for your love life, let alone your life overall. So, you obviously either can note this depending on what is available within the dating apps, like what's on their profile, or through questions when you're, messaging or on a first date to see if this person is truly looking for having kids or a family in the future, right? One of the biggest problems I had, as well as what I see in my clients, is when the man is so handsome or has all these other qualities that we want in a relationship, partner, or our love life vision. What usually happens in this situation is that the client becomes anxious because she knows he doesn't fit with her long term vision of having a family. So that also ruins part of her love life vision. What she tries to do is change his mind. While we all have the power of choice, it is still his choice if he doesn't want to have kids further down the road. Now, decades ago, before I became a life coach, even like probably right at the end of my time in college, I had a coworker trap her boyfriend who didn't want children. And what I mean by trapped is that she decided to get herself pregnant. She thought that by taking this extreme action, he would want to be a father because he loved her so much. You can only guess what happened. He never proposed to her, and he was furious that she did this to him. I do not know what happened with the relationship. All that I did know is that she was having to start sorting out child support because he was so furious and frustrated because he did not want to be in this child's life. But obviously, this was 20 years ago when we were all in our early 20s, but who knows what real consequences came from that choice. But maybe you were thinking like, "Oh my god, I cannot believe he's so crazy for acting like that," or "I cannot believe she did that to another human being." I wanted to share this real life example because you do not manipulate other people into your love life vision. And they shouldn't do that to you as well. So, in order to have someone be in your love life vision and for you to have the relationship you're looking for, you need to hold yourself accountable. If you want to marry a man who's interested in having family, you do not date someone that says they are child free or that they don't want children. Plain and simple as day. So, when you take personal accountability in dating, This can get really tough when you start to get emotionally attached to the person and your desired outcome of whether like having a relationship with that person or getting married to them, or just how you start to see your love life vision unfolding. So, even though I have said for you to create a vision of what it looks like 5, 10, 20, or even 50 years down the road, the trick here is learning how to separate your emotions from what you want overall in your life. This is why I recommend my clients to date with intention, because it is such a wonderful first step to keep holding yourself accountable. Of course, dating with intention is easy when you first start dating or when you're on that first date. But if you've had a few drinks within that first date and you're out for a few hours, or maybe you're even on the third date with the same person, you just think that things are going so perfectly. This is when you can start to romanticize and fantasize what it would be like with this person in your life down the road. When you start to put this person into your love life vision and dream of how it could be, what ways are you actually holding yourself accountable? This is when you have to have something tangible. This is when you have to have a system so that you can come back to it date after date after date to make sure you're not screwing yourself over again and again and again. And I'm not talking about watching out for red flags. We are still saying holding true to your love life vision. For my clients who go out on these dates where everything seems great, like within the first 30 minutes to an hour, and they've had some drinks, and then they lose track of time. And next thing you know, it's been like 3 hours or 5 hours has gone by, and they go home. They wake up in the morning and maybe they're a little hungover. And they start romanticizing what their date was really like. I instantly tell them once they feel better to journal every single thing that they can remember about that date, the good, the bad, the ugly. And then I have them go through their spreadsheet, which has their love life vision and reflections from previous relationships and dates. Here, they're able to say, yes, this person has this quality, a goal, or something very similar to what I'm looking for in my love life vision. And maybe it's a must for something in their future. So they're going to note that, right? Or they say, he never really answered this question. He kind of dodged around this topic. Or maybe he said he was open minded to that sort of adventure of like traveling to Italy for a summer or something like that. So they then note this within the spreadsheet. Obviously, you need even more structure when you really Obviously, you need even more structure when you are really focused and wanting this outcome, which is why when I work with my clients on their spreadsheet, we have to prioritize all the things they want. So, just to give you a personal example, I wanted to be with a man who was healthy. Working out is extremely important to me. Taking care of my health for the long term so that I can enjoy my life with someone into my 70s, 80s, and maybe even 90s. It's just important to me, especially because I got divorced at 28 years old and I didn't find Brad, my husband, until I was 37 or 38 years old. So, what does that mean? Number one, I didn't date someone who was a smoker. Number two, I didn't want someone who was a binge drinker. I didn't want to date someone who was looking to work hard and play harder to the point of wasting away weekends at the bar or on the couch. And if you live in the Midwest, you can understand the difficulty of sometimes trying to find a man who doesn't prioritize drinking as one of the top three things he wants to do on the weekends. By figuring out what is important to me and my life and what I wanted in my future, it allowed me to narrow down exactly what I was hoping for in my love life, including, things like the types of trips I would like to take with a husband, including maybe the type of wedding we would want to have, maybe where we want to eat for dinner or have for dinner, and even like maybe does he want to work out with me or run a 5K? So, once my clients create their overarching life vision, We narrow down and focus on the love life aspect, and we create a vision from there. We list out everything. And then we take the lessons that we learned in the past relationships, and we also include that into our love life vision. Next, we figure out our must haves. If you want to have kids, like I said, you don't date a man who's child free. So you begin to prioritize what things really matter and what things don't, but would still be amazing to have in a relationship. So, one of mine in this area of a nice to have or a wish, but wasn't like a deal breaker, would be that he liked sushi or seafood in general. Now, not only do I like sushi and seafood, but I also like trying different food. I had previously dated a man whose umbilical cord went across his tongue and part of his taste buds never developed when his mom was in pregnancy. Crazy, right? Like just dumbfounding at the time for me. Even though I liked a lot of things about this person, he ate a very limited diet because he didn't like how things tasted, or he didn't taste them at all, or even just the texture of it on his tongue bothered him completely. The top three things that he would eat consistently was like a cheeseburger, steak, and pizza. And for someone like myself who wanted to be healthy, that diet doesn't work. But also, I wanted to go out to eat and try new restaurants and try new places and have opportunities to eat seafood. You know, he wouldn't even try that at all. He wouldn't even see if it was something that he could ever enjoy. And if you noticed, I explained that one of those things that I wanted was someone to like seafood as a wish and nice to have. The issue that made me say this wasn't going to work was the behaviors when I mentioned going out to eat somewhere or to trying something new, different than the three meals that he consistently had. He was never interested and focused on only what he wanted to eat, which could have extremely impacted my health over time and my enjoyment of different foods in the long run. I dated this person for about a year right after college, so I will tell you it did impact my health for sure. And prioritizing and by prioritizing these different areas, not only does it allow you to still date with intention, but coming back to reflect also allows you to take full responsibility of your date, your actions, and hold you accountable to what you really want because your love life vision is staring right back at you. Of course, there's more steps to make this even more specific and highlight if this person is a good fit for you. I'm going to be covering that in my Man of Your Spreadsheet Dreams workshop this weekend. If you are listening and it's after January 20th and you want to join in this workshop to get this sort of clarity, being able to have intention with your dates and still hold yourself accountable, you can apply for Clarity Coaching, which is my 3-month coaching program where we work through the entire process, methodology, and system during the second month of your coaching program. And ladies, if you're interested in joining the workshop and you haven't, it's not too late. You can still join as of Friday, January 19th. The cost is $197. But if you're a member of St. Louis Girls Network Facebook group, Smitten Singles, or a follower or a member of Babes in Business within St. Louis, you can get $100 off by using your promo code. Reach out to me or look within those groups to see what your promo code is. Now, if you are on my email list or if you're an Instagram follower, you can get this at a VIP price of $55. Reply to my email or DM me on Instagram to grab your VIP code. So on Saturday, January 20th at 10:30 a.m. Central Time, I am going to be holding a 90-minute Zoom call. This call is going to have a presentation of my process, which is going to include that relationship reflection and building the love life vision so we can take the next step. Then on Sunday at 12 p.m. Central Time, I'm going to share my methodology, which will help you prioritize these areas, create a system to see if this man is even worth your time and effort to get to know him even more. Plus, we are going to put your past dates and relationships into the spreadsheet to see how they compare to your love life vision too. All of these sessions will be uploaded into the Facebook group where you can watch the replay if you are unable to join live. You also have me at your fingertips, so you can post within the Facebook group if you are having questions or need help coaching through some areas that may have you stuck when you're creating your own spreadsheet. With that said, at the end of the presentation that I'm doing, which should last like 45 minutes to an hour each day, there's going to be about 30 minutes left for Q&A and hot seat one-on-one coaching. So, lady, if you want to date with intention, have the clarity of your love life vision, and hold yourself accountable even after the weekend workshop, this is for you. This is the exact process, methodology, and system I used to find my husband. It is the entire reason why I am teaching it to you so you can find the man of your dreams as well. Okay, lady, I know that was a short episode. If you're interested in the workshop, please go to the show notes and click the link there. If you are looking for one-on-one clarity coaching, you can apply and schedule a free 30-minute call to make sure we're a good fit for what you are looking for. All right, lady, have a wonderful weekend, and I hope to see you in my workshop. Thank you for joining me on the Reinventing the Arena podcast. I'm your host, Molly Conley, a dating and relationship coach devoted to helping women reinvent their love lives. Tap the subscribe button so you never miss out on an episode. You can always find me on Instagram at Reinventing the Arena, or you can learn more by visiting my website, reinventingthearena.com. And know this, I 100% believe there is a man out there for you. There's no better time than now to believe it too. You can always reinvent your love life, lady, filled with clarity, connection, and confidence. Just take it one choice at a time. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I will chat with you again soon.